Welcome from the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. The Timberwolves taking on the Nuggets. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Conley and Edwards make up the backcourt. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. And here's Edwards outside. Knocks down the long J.
Edwards loves those long-range bombs. He's a confident shooter.
Brown finds Gordon. Denver moving it around. Murray for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. Immediately, Anthony Edwards came up in our conversation, and coach kind of chuckled and said, well, I don't know if anyone on the planet can slow this kid down. He's on his way to becoming one of the best in the league, if he's not there already. Looks like they're going to roll the dice on one of the league's most talented players. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. Minnesota's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Launches a 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it. And this first quarter has been ridiculous. They simply can't miss right now.
And David Adelman wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Denver has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. Here's Gordon. Plenty of room around him, and it's good.
A huge sigh of relief. 1 for 5 now. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Outside McDaniels. Puts up a deep 3. Brown grabs the board.
After 5 shots, that's their first miss. I definitely call that a good start.
Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Brown's a solid shooter, but a lot of his points come inside the painted area.
Outside McDaniels. The 3 ball. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Murray for 3. And it's Gobert with a rebound. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 12-4 run. From downtown. Second chance effort. And it's good on the layup.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Murray against Conley. Takes the 3. Can't get it to drop. Nuggets trail by 10. Gordon, the pass to Brown. Murray looking around. From deep, Johnson gets the 3 ball to go.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
The Timberwolves lead by 7. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling into the story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. And the basket by Edwards.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
And here's Brown for 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. The Timberwolves have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Back to Edwards. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. And there's the call on Christian Braun. That's his first foul. And we have some numbers from the real NBA. The 2K leaderboard is shooting from the field. Denver in second.
The basketball IQ this team possesses is special. They don't rush anything on the offensive end. They take their time and stay patient trying to find the best shot possible.
Look at who's out there now for Denver. Hardaway comes in for Brown. And it's Jones in for Johnson. And then for Minnesota, Anderson's checked in for Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Highland in for Edwards. Outside Watson. Fires the three. They get the rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
Minnesota leading by 11. Outside Reed. Back to Dosunmu. Launches it. Fires in the triple.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Outside Brown. For three, Hardaway. It's rebounded by Minnesota. There's 47 seconds left in the opening quarter. Highland with it. He's picked up by Hardaway. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And here's Clark for three. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading by 17 at the end of the period. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, stick around. We'll be right back. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
On the court for the Timberwolves, Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Ayo Dosunmu out there with Bones Highland. And it's Clark in at small forward.
At the line for one.
There's nothing like the intensity of coming down to the wire when both teams are fighting for playoff position, Grant.
Well, you know, B.A., for these teams, what you did before doesn't matter. You have to give everything in this game. It's essentially a bunch of one-game seasons from here to the finish line.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Back over to you guys.
Has them bought in. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Reed, good.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Shot to stop the run. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Dosunmu can't hit. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. And this team has been unstoppable away from their own arena. Up there with some of the best road teams we've ever seen.
No question about that. It's hard enough to win in this league with the parity. But to do it away from your home floor and home fans, that's something to be proud of.
Timeout called, the Nuggets. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Valanciunas. And then for Minnesota, Shannon comes in for Clark. And it's Edwards in for Highland. For three, Hardaway. And another miss by Denver.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Some breakthrough contributions for the Nuggets from Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon. Grant elevating their games.
But at the same time, Denver's depth has been a concern. You know, B.A., we know what Jokic can do, but he needs help to win another ring.
And Shannon gets it to go.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Murray for three. Anthony Edwards with a rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Who poked away? Randall with it. Now guarded by Brown. And here's Edwards outside. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
Whoo, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Pass to Jokic. Outside Hardaway. Over Edwards. Offensive rebound. Jokic. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
Using his size on the interior, Jokic extremely difficult to stop down there.
Here's Shannon. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
And the Nuggets shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Drops in the three. Murray's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Randall. Here's Shannon. Back to Randall. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Denver has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. They grab their own miss. Outside Murray. Three-pointer. Edwards pulls it in.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Dosunmu outside. Back to Edwards. Fires the three. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. A different look for Denver. Gordon, he's checked in for Watson. Cam Johnson comes in for Jamal Murray. And it's Christian Brown in for Hardaway. And then for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert's checked in for Julius Randle. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Shannon. And Mike Conley is subbed in for Dosunmu. Pass to Brown. And here's Gordon. The three is up. Nice D from Reed.
That's what you want defensively. Force contested threes.
It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Conley. Three-pointer. Brown grabs the board. And so Jokic will bring it up for Denver. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
You know, in that game, it was just too much disparity in effort level between the two teams, especially on the glass.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
He's dropping the three ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
Brown passes to Gordon. Here's Johnson. McDaniels covering. The shot by Johnson, no good. Here's Conley. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Reed. Back to Conley. Now here's Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. The shot off that time. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. It's Minnesota running away with it. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey, everybody.
You know, right now for Denver, last week of the season, they want the playoffs to start, but they still got to take care of business.
Interesting.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
When a team
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it over.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And now we go courtside for a story on Ayu Dosunmu. Allie?
Hey guys, Minnesota's head athletic trainer gave me an update. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. A return to the floor was very 50-50. It's the kind of injury that would sideline many players, but everyone's built a little differently. So guys, he's going to brave it out.
Well, we appreciate it, Allie.
It's always so tough to see a player get hit with this kind of setback. You know, they dedicate so much time and energy and effort to their craft. My hope and prayer is that he has a smooth recovery.
In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Johnson, the small forward, with Gordon holding down the 4. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second half for David Adelman.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Murray, no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy.
Maybe not the title you want, but Jamal Murray's probably the best player never named an All-Star.
Yeah, interesting. It's kind of like being the last player or the best player not to win a major in golf. I mean, he is a devastating, lethal scorer and a really good passer, too. And he's been right there on the cusp. I think it speaks more to the strength and quality of talent in the West than it does to Jamal Murray's lack of ability. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player for sure.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Conley passes to McDaniels. And here's Edwards outside. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Gordon finds Brown over Edwards. The shot by Brown, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Conley. Gobert inside. Working on Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. No good with the triple.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
And that's Gordon's game now. You can't give him room to hit the launch pad, because if he does, he's throwing it down every time.
Outside Conley. The 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Conley's got 6 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Watson, he's checked in for Gordon. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life. It probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball. Brian, back to you.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. And with most NBA defenses bringing help from that weak side corner, That opens up offenses for the weak side crash, Clark.
Yep, if I was still playing BA, I would make way on that offensive glass board, wreaking havoc on the boards. Extra opportunities aplenty the way the game is played now.
Look at who's out there now for Denver. Brown, he's checked in for Johnson. Hardaway comes in for Brown. And it's Pickett in for Jamal Murray. Freeman, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dosunmu comes in for Clark.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
It's Watson on the wing. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reed's got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Highland. Here's Freeman. Outside Edwards. Here's the three. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer 3 so badly.
Drops in the layup for 2. Edwards has got 13 in the second half.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Kicks it out to Hardaway. Pass to Jokic. Outside, Brown. Over Edwards. Brown, no good.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
And here's Edwards outside. Connects again from distance.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays, night in and night out.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And a look now at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th quarter. We've got Naz Reid, Bones Highland out there with Dosunmu, and it's Shannon in at the power forward position. And he goes in for the dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Clark's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Hardaway with it. Highland covering. To the left side wing. Valanciunas passes to Watson. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple.
Hey, it's typically a positive for this offense when he's assertive and looking to score.
Over to the left wing. Lets the 3 fly. That shot off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 to open the 4th quarter. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize a team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page.
Reed has a pretty proficient three-point shot. He's a big guy who loves to stretch the floor, too.
Brown, no good.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
And the basket by Dosunmu.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Denver moving it around. And there's the foul. It's on Ayo Dosunmu. That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Nikola Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
A different look for Denver. Aaron Gordon's checked in for Watson. Johnson comes in for Brown. And it's Christian Brown in for Hardaway. Ingles, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Shannon comes in for Phillips. To the wing on the left. Jokic finds Brown. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
Like the answer that time by Brown. What a competitor.
Minnesota's gotten 4 of 7 three-pointers to fall in the fourth. Outside Reed. There's the three. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's Highland. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. Anderson's checked in for Minnesota. Clark comes in for Shannon.
Kyle Anderson. Clark.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter. Murray from outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And so they foul intentionally.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
Balanced play has given them the lead and also quieted this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And that sends Nikola Jokic to the free throw line. It's going to be on Naz Reid. Clark, last year, Jokic had arguably one of the greatest offensive seasons in NBA history.
Absolutely amazing, B.A. I mean, he averaged a 30-point touchdown, triple-double, shooting over 57% from the field and 41 from three. This guy is building one of the greatest legacies we've ever seen in the league.
They get it back. He misses the free throw. And when you have a multiple MVP like Nikola Jokic, there's pressure to put him in position to win it all, Clark.
Certainly agree with you there, B.A. Widely regarded as the best player on the planet, Jokic has the capacity to will them to victory single-handedly, but ideally, he shouldn't have to. He needs some additional reinforcement to complement his greatness.
Hits a three-pointer.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
Oh, I loved his approach. Businesslike, methodical, highly productive. When they needed points, he was the one that got them.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's Brown, and that one is hammered home.
Brown can finish above the rim with no problem. Yes, indeed, he can bounce.
And here's Minnesota now. Dosunmu outside. The three. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And we present the player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
Get them big mad. Real hustle knew one day we're gonna pay off. Yeah, now I'm balling in the playoff. Mansion in Miami, ball at the Celtics. Got a unit MVP, yeah, I nailed it. Bought a Rolls Royce on land, they mailed it. No look pass to the bag, how you feel that?
Shake them up, cross them up, post, move, defense, lock them up. Ain't nobody hot as us, pump, fake, shoot again, add it up.